My project is on the 7 wonders of the natural world. The 7 wonders of the natural world is a list of natural features in the world that continue to astound scientists, tourists, and mankind today. My essential questions are: what are the 7 wonders of the natural world? Why are they considered wonders? And how were these wonders formed? This particular list was developed by the Cable News Network, or CNN, in 1997. There are still many disputes on what should or should not be on the list today. However, there is no doubt that these wonders are astonishing. The 7 wonders of the natural world include Mount Everest, Victoria Falls, the Grand Canyon, the Great Barrier Reef, the Northern Lights or Aurora Borealis, Paracutan Volcano, and the Harbor of Rio de Janeiro. The Harbor of Rio de Janeiro is part of the Great Serra del Mar mountain chain that runs into the ocean. The harbor runs for 20 miles and is 2,300 feet tall. It is located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, along the Atlantic coast. It was discovered by Nicola Colajo, a Portuguese explorer, on January 1st, 1502. Its name actually means January River in Portuguese because of the date of discovery. This is the Christ Remainder statue located on the harbor of Rio de Janeiro. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world, standing at 29,029 feet. This mountain is part of the Great Himalaya mountain range, and it was formed by the upthrust collision of the Eurasian and Indian tectonic plates. Mount Everest was proven to be the tallest mountain by 2 European surveyors, Sir George Everest and Randolph Sigdar. It is located on the border of Nepal and the People's Republic of China. The Himalayas are over 25 million years old. Paracutan, or the volcano in the cornfield, is 9,186 feet above sea level, or 1,353 feet above the local valley, and its lava field covers 10 square miles. It was discovered when a farmer, Dionisio Poulado, was burning his crops on top of the mountain and noticed a large crack in the earth. After hearing a sound of thunder, he turned to find that the ground had swelled over 6 feet high and was spewing ashes. Its eruptions lasted from 1943 to 1952. It was very active the first year of its eruptions, causing it to grow 4/5 of its final 1,353-foot height. It is located near the destroyed town of Paracutan, or Mexicano, Mexico. This is a model of the volcano when it wasn't erupting. And then this is the mountain actually erupting. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the shore of northeastern Australia. It is over 1,600 miles long and has an area of 133,000 square feet. The reef was formed when thousands of small animals established a colony. These animals built exoskeletons to protect themselves, and when they die, they leave behind their coral polyp skeletons, and new coral begins to grow off of it. It is 20,000 years old and was discovered by James Cook when he was exploring the coast of Australia. The reef is often called the largest structure created by living organisms. Victoria Falls is located on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, southern Africa. These falls were formed from the soft sandstone that fills the large cracks of hard basalt on the plateau. These falls are 360 feet long and 604 feet wide. Because of the size of the Great Falls, mist clouds could be seen from over 30 miles away. It was discovered by David Livingstone in 1805. The Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis, is made of electrons that flow through the solar wind that follow the magnetic field lines to the poles where they excite gases into the atmosphere and glow. These lights are visible at the Earth's southern latitude lines. They were discovered by Kirsten Birkeland in 1908. The name comes from the Roman goddess Aurora and means the goddess of dawn. The lights range from 600 to 60 miles in altitude. The Grand Canyon is one of the most astonishing natural wonders in the world. This canyon is one of the deepest gorges on Earth, with the average width being 10 miles and its average depth being 1 mile deep. This canyon was carved by the Colorado River for over 6 million years. The Grand Canyon isn't just one single gorge, but is made of 277 miles worth of gorges. It was was located in the state of Arizona in the U.S. The ancient Anasazi people are thought to be the first to discover the canyon around 1200 BC. For the last 800 years, the Havasupai people have lived in the Cantaric section of the canyon. As you can see, all of these wonders are in fact wondrous and remarkable. These were created throughout the history of time. I believe that these wonders should be protected so future generations can view glory like many others have. Any questions?
So, of all the wonders, is there one that you think sticks out as being the maybe your favorite or the most significant to you?
My favorite is actually Victoria Falls because there's this thing called the Devil's Pool where you can swim to the edge of the falls and look over.
Scary. And could you explain your map a little bit?
My map is showing where all the wonders are located, and it's showing like how they're all over the world. This one is a triangle because the Aurora Borealis are shown all over the southern latitude lines, but these are the most visible.
So each of those tacks shows where the Seven Wonders is that right? Okay. Why do you think, you said the CNN, they sort of labeled these the natural wonders of the world. Why do you think they did that? I mean, why do you think they are so important? What's the significance, I guess?
I think they're so important because they're very large and people could mess them up or like destroy them or build over them. And I think they made them so they stick out and people recognize them and protect them.
Okay, well, let's take a closer look at your board and your abstract. Let's zoom in on the board first, and then we will take a closer look at the abstract. So Mrs. Ritter will go ahead and zoom in on the board there. Abstract and show them what you have in there.
The report.
You can.
Here's a report on all of them. Here's the rest of the report. Here are my essential questions. Okay. And this is my abstract.